Imagine challenging someone to a boxing match and they accept not only fight one but two people back to back. If fresh and fit, back out, they should have their balls put in a jar. Can't trust a man who backs out of a fight. What's up, guys? In this video, I'm breaking down the whole Fresh and Fit, Abba and Preach showdown. So I told myself a while back that I'm going to be done making Fresh and Fit videos. It's not really my fault that every fucking week there's new shit with these guys, and I think this one is going to be the biggest nail on the coffin. They really fucked themselves over here, I think, and this is going to make sense as you watch through the whole video. Now again, we're going to try to make this whole story as short and succinct as possible and give you guys all the relevant information, so make sure you watch till the very end. Enjoy. Alright, so this whole saga began about 4 or 5 days ago when Abba and Preach, which is a popular YouTube channel, they have 1.4 million subs, they do a lot of reaction type of videos, did a reaction video to an interview they did with Fresh and Fit when they were in Miami 3 months ago or 4 months ago, whatever, and were on their channel. So basically, the topic of discussion was whether prostitution should be illegal. Fresh and Fit was arguing that it should stay illegal, which is a dumb argument in of itself. Obviously, prostitution should be legalized. And Abba and Preach was basically reacting to this. So this is how the whole thing begins, and we're going to play that video right now.
Preach, who are both on this. So there's a discussion surrounding working women, girls who work in the bedroom professionally. And they were saying why they didn't want it to be legalized. And so they asked me and Preach's thoughts. And this is what happened.
Picture this though, right? We're dealing with these girls behind the scenes in person, right? How they look at these guys that are paying is different from what they're telling you in person, because they look at you as, okay, he's paying a need that I have, but I don't respect him.
That's obviously true. If you pay for sex, the girl who you're paying is not really going to respect you as a man.
And for me, I don't want a bitch's pussy. I want her soul.
You ain't getting nobody's soul. Who the f you think you are, Ghostbusters?
This man said her soul. Look at your face right now. You're looking at the camera like, what is he talking about? I don't know where the whole souls comment came from.
I was like, this, you want a soul?
That's corny. That's super corny. But
that is extremely fucking corny.
anyways.
I want her respect. So I get what you're saying, bro. Like, I'd rather be the guy behind the scenes where she's, oh, baby, I love you, whatever. And then she's showing me, oh, look at all these thirsty guys in my DMs want to pay me for sex. Like, I'd rather be that guy behind the scenes and not the guy that's actually paying for it.
And you talk
I'm not really sure what he's talking about with behind the scenes, but this is where it gets good.
about the respect. Let me ask you something. All the girls you smashed.
Yeah.
If I talk to every one of them, you think they all respect you or are going to say good things about you?
Yes.
All of them?
All of them.
You know,
So this is a massive lie. I don't care who you are. I don't care how good your game is. I don't care how big your dick is. I don't care how good you are in bed, whether you're famous, not famous. There's going to be a certain percentage of women and people in general who are not going to be fond of you for whatever reason. It just is what it is. And apparently, unless you're, you're for Fresh Prince CEO, in which case every single girl that you've ever been with loves you. I mean,
Okay. Okay.
you know what's the best part? The live stream chat during that period, they were going crazy.
I know.
Yeah, they were just
and you know you're fucking lying when your whole audience, which worships you in of itself, is actually calling you out for lying.
on cap. That's a lie. I'm sorry, okay? I don't care who it is. I don't care what. If you're out there and you've been with enough people, eventually you're going to have people who are talking shit about you behind your back.
Even Ray Garth.
Even if it's not true, it doesn't matter. You think all your exes are saying wonderful things about you? You think everybody you went on a date with is saying wonderful things about you?
No.
Bruh, you guys run a podcast where you're talking about ladies all the time. Controversial opinions. There's no way the women that you've been with, all of them have positive opinions about you.
Impossible.
It's impossible. It's impossible. And this whole idea that having game makes you a better man, that's also not true. In some instances, it does great things for you. Helps you develop confidence and some good things. Fantastic. But it also turns a lot of people into shitty people. It does. That's why there's a lot of shitty-ass pickup artists.
So just quickly comment on this. There is a lot of shitty-ass pickup artists out there. However, I don't think it was game, especially if it was game done right, that made them shitty. I think they were shitty in of itself. And, basically the ego that they got from getting laid magnified the issues. I think actually if game is done right, it has the potential to make you a better overall human being because it forces you to face your fears, pushes you outside your comfort zone. You have to develop social awareness. You have to develop self-awareness. You have to develop empathy. So there's a lot of skills that game forces you to develop, which I think, again, if you do it right, has the potential to make you a much better person.
Or terrible human beings. This whole idea of living your best life, no, listen, gluttony, whether it's money or sex, it's not a good thing for a person.
Here's something about me right now. I'm a little bit different because when I meet a chick, right, she would never know that I'm RP aware. Because I move so chill and so cool that, like, when she leaves my presence, she's like, yo, damn, where this nigga at? Because, real talk, I'll fuck a bitch, take her to eat some dinner, her belly's full, she's feeling good. Yo, babe, text me when you get home.
All right, guys. Real talk. When you look at Fresh Prince CEO, do you see a guy who moves so smooth that every chick is like, oh my God, wow, you swept me off your feet? No, I mean, let's just address the elephant in the room. Like, Fresh Prince CEO has a really hard time articulating his thoughts. He has a little bit of a stutter issue, and it is what it is. I'm not gonna, hold that against him, but like the idea that he's so smooth is just like ridiculous. Like he's either lying to himself or he's just lying to the audience.
Like, damn, that was an amazing time.
Did you pay for dinner?
Beta! And the killer thing is like, whether they're paying with money or you're paying with your time, everyone's paying for sex.
Yeah.
Everyone pays for it. You pay with your time and attention. That 2-3 hours that you put into that date, most people put about 5 hours minimum, especially
If you got a good game, you can get away with an hour stat.
sleeping together.
Minimum. Yeah.
Right? That's time you could have put into work, putting out 1 or 2 podcasts. You're paying. Everyone pays.
That's true to some extent. Everyone does pay on some level. I would make the argument that, of course, when you're paying with your time, it's much better because you are going to get a chick who's actually into you for you instead of into you for your money. So I see their argument.
We all pay.
But see, that experience with me was priceless. So she took the moment, bro. Break your freak.
Nigga, you're gonna tell me in my face. You're gonna tell me in my face that you just said I don't want her pussy, I want her soul broadcasted on internet, and you're gonna tell me that all these girls gonna have respect for
Some of them watch this. You left. Nigga, you left.
Because he.
No, c'est n'importe quoi. Listen, there's a lot of reasons.
What else you want me to do? The motherfucker was saying nonsense. No, because me, I'm special. I move so smooth. Yo, believe what you're saying. But
go talk to all these ladies. Some of them will not return your messages. Some of them will not want to talk to you.
some of them blocked you.
So we came up with a couple of reasons. Some of the bigger ones was the girl's not going to respect you on the same level. You're not going to get that genuine desire, bedroom fun.
But you are going to get that genuine desire for bedroom fun when you DM a girl and say, hey, you can come on my podcast if you fuck me. That's how you get that genuine respect and genuine desire. Or when you go on Seeking Arrangement and basically run Soul Daddy game and get sugar babies to fuck you for free. That's how you get the burning desire. Okay.
You're going to get that transactional fun, which for some guys, that's good enough. Number 2, she ain't going to respect you.
Nigga, people go on your show and disrespect you for free. And you kick them out. Isn't that true?
That's true.
So it's like this whole idea you gonna get respect from these ladies if you don't. That's not true at all.
That's not how it works.
That's not true at all. But anyways.
And then number 3, what I've experienced with a lot of guys, since we've coached like hundreds, if not thousands of men at this point, is a lot of guys that do this all the time and pay for it. What happens is they start to have a very negative feeling towards women. They have a deep resentment towards them because they kind of see the dark.
The funny thing is that Myron is literally describing himself right now. Like, I'm not calling him misogynist at all. I don't think he hates women by any stretch, but it is very evident that he does have a lot of bitterness and resentment towards women and, the dating game in general. Like, and it comes through in almost every episode when he lashes out, and that's, he has a lot of, I'll just say, like, build up emotions around this, and clearly he does have a lot of basically what he's describing, saying, oh, these guys, when they pay for sex, they get this and this and that, but, you already have it. So I just find that kind of ironic. But anyway, to kind of, summarize my thoughts on the argument, yes, of course, prostitution should be legalized, like anything, like marijuana, like alcohol, everything should be legalized and controlled and regulated. And to argue against legalizing prostitution is just, it's just a bad argument for a variety of reasons. But anyway, so the rest of this video goes on like this for another 12 minutes or so. But basically the important thing to point out is that Ab and Preach, they attack Fresh and Fit's arguments. They don't attack them personally. They make some, snide remarks here and there, but again, they stick to the arguments at hand, which as a YouTuber is what we do. We react to videos, we criticize bad ideas, right? And then when you attack people personally, that's when things go to the next level. So here, after this video came out, Fresh and Fit responded by making a reaction video of their own. However, their reaction video went way over the top. They basically attack them personally. They make a lot of ad hominem attacks. Unfortunately, we can't see that video because Fresh and Fit literally have taken down every single piece of video content, post, whatever, regarding to this, right? Because they're looking pretty bad right now in front of their audience. So we have to go by secondhand type of videos. Fortunately, Ab and Preach their reaction video before Fresh and Fit could take down their attack, which shows us the key points that Fresh and Fit made. So we're going to look at that right now. So let's move on to this.
Today's topic, right? Seems like the guys from Fresh and Fit are really upset.
We are better than you niggas, period.
People want to know our thoughts. I'm going to keep it really brief, right? I don't have much thoughts on their platform. Are they doing some good things for some people? I'm sure. I have no doubt. I'm not even denigrating that. We just came at them for their ideas in regards to paying for box and all this stuff. Thought it was full of shit.
I'm like, yo, real ass niggas don't pay for box.
Even more, what I find really distasteful is you come to find out that Myron Gaines himself, right, the so-called pickup artist, the master, has his own seeking arrangements account, his own profile. All right, this is on the web. You can find it.
Can we quickly comment on Myron's profile photo? It's the most post picture ever. That dog looks so uncomfortable. He's just standing there shirtless, holding a dog on the balcony, wearing like these like red shoes. I mean, this picture is way too post. So this is just like bad photo game in general. So my advice for Myron is check out some of my videos. Yeah, you can do way better in this photo.
This man's out here talking about don't pay for box, don't pay for box. He's on a website for sugar daddies and sugar babies.
Also, his profile is way too logical. This is not good, bio game at all.
Okay. All right. You want to be a giant hypocrite? Do your thing. Okay. Then you come to.
Again, he's trying to logic his way into attraction, which again is just bad game 101.
Find out this man's talking about. Listen, we want burning desire from ladies. Ain't that what they say? Right? You want to get their best, so you got to earn it. Come to find out, this man's telling girls in the DMs that
now, I will defend Myron at one point. Just because he has a seeking arrangement account does not mean that he's necessarily paying for sex. In fact, a lot of the guys in the pickup community, especially the top guys, they use seeking arrangement simply because it's a very easy way to game very hot girls that you normally would not have access to. It is what it is. I personally don't use it right now, but I did use it several years ago. Now, there's of course several downsides to using it, and that's just a whole video in of itself. The second point that they're talking about is Myron got caught with an Anna Quinn situation where basically he was, trying to logic his way into getting laid. And again, I've known about this for a while. I didn't want to comment on this because, that's more taking things in a personal direction. I prefer to criticize ideas, not people. But I will make one point here. Even though he claims, they to have good game and, they have an Instagram course, this is horrible game because what he's trying to do is trying to logic his way into attraction, which if you've been in the game for 2 minutes, you know that attraction is emotional. It's not logical. You can't show up on date and you can't be like, hey, listen, here are 3 reasons why you should be attracted to me and you should fuck me. No, it doesn't work that way.
Platform, they have to fuck, and if they don't, he gets upset about it and he gets all pissy. Oh, you fucked all my other boys. You won't fuck me, then you can't get on the platform. So wait, you want to bang a girl who just wants to come on the platform for clout, and you think that's burning desire? And again, guys, I don't even care that he goes about that way to bang girls. Do whatever you want. You earned your platform. Go ahead. Me, it's the hypocrisy of these ideas.
Exactly. So that's the argument I've been making all along. It's not the action, it's the hypocrisy behind the action. Look, you can use seeking arrangement to bang chicks, you can do this and that, right? But it's the hypocrisy. If you're talking about, what's it called? You want girls with burning desire, and then you're trying to leverage your podcast to get laid. You're being a hypocrite.
You preach to these men that they have to always seek this thing, that this is the way to live, that this is the best way, but you don't even walk the talk. That's what I find distasteful. It's like a Derek Jackson talk.
It would be like if you guys found out that I personally have never tried an online dating app in my life. Like, you'd be like, what the fuck?
About be faithful to your wife. Don't pay for box. Come to find out this man's cheating on everyone. How are you any different? Can you tell me? Now everyone's gonna get up. Well, we're attacking people in the manosphere. I don't care about the manosphere. I don't care about none of this. Move with integrity in life. That's it. I'm not here about some scene. Oh, you can't go on this podcast. I don't care. At the end of the day, the truth remains the truth. When I came into the game,
100% agree with Ab and Preach here. I hate this argument that, you can't attack someone because they're in the same community as you. No, if we're going to grow as a community, we have to be able to attack bad ideas, which is different than attacking people themselves. I've always attacked the ideas and the hypocrisy behind Fresh and Fit and not Fresh and Fit themselves, which is exactly what Ab and Preach does. And that is what's going to take our community forward, not just ignoring the elephant in the room.
I was listening to Patrice. We didn't call it red pill. We just called it the truth. These niggas is fronting on some points. That doesn't mean they're not helpful to you. Maybe if you're one of their fans, right? Maybe they help you with finances, fitness. Maybe even they helped you with game. I don't know. But all we talked about were these ideas and how they were hypocritical.
Here's the thing.
You guys been blowing us up, man.
Yeah, you guys been blowing us up with DMs and everything. Apparently, Abba and Preach decided to make a video talking smack out of nowhere, out of left field, and it's funny about capping and paying for box. And I was like, didn't we talk about this several months ago? Like, why are you guys bringing this up like now? Like, what the hell?
We're trending, man.
Yeah.
The only reason we brought it up later is because we already covered a couple of videos from that podcast and the second one after. And we did both podcasts on the same day. The first one, and then came back later on for the second one. I completely forgot about the first one. So I covered the second one, and then months later, somebody sent me a link to it. It's like, hey, what did you think about this conversation? So I rewatched it. I'm like, hey, man, there's a lot of dumb things that were said. Let me cover it. It's not that deep.
So if you're not a YouTuber, you might actually be thinking like, yeah, it is kind of weird that Ab and Preach, did this video, so much later. But actually, as I can tell you as a YouTuber, that is totally normal. Basically, you do a lot of podcasts, you do a lot of content, and then people just DM you and say, hey man, what about this thing that you did 3 months ago? Maybe you should do a reaction video to that. That's literally how I do a lot of my content. People DM me ideas, and I'm like, oh cool, yeah. Even though I talked about this 4 months ago, I'm gonna make another reaction video about it. So basically, to me, this is totally normal. Like there's nothing odd about them making a reaction video to something they talked about 3 months ago. That's basically what all the YouTubers do.
Okay, this whole idea that there's some giant conspiracy is not that deep. But anyways, if you guys wanted to know, that was why.
We're trending, man.
Yeah.
We're popping right now.
But then I did, as always, men lie, women lie, numbers don't, right? And then I thought to myself, why would they bring this up now? Chris, can you show Exhibit A real fast? So let's see here. Let's see. These guys have almost 1 million more subs than us, guys. All right.
So we're the blue line.
We're the blue line. They're the red. They have 1.38, which is 1,380,000 subscribers. Guys, we only have 430,000 subscribers. Yep. Okay. We have literally like less than 1/3 of their joint, right? And we got 20 million views, and they got 14.9 million views. Ouch. Very interesting for you guys to go ahead and make a video insulting us months after the fact. I wonder why. Oh, it's because we're hotter than you guys right now.
All this talk.
This is the worst fucking defense ever. And if you watch Fresh and Fit, you notice that's literally all they ever do. And whenever someone criticizes, I'm like, oh, well, you're just clout chasing because we're more popular than you. That's the only defense they ever use. And it's not a good defense because, okay, even if you are clout chasing, that still doesn't take away from the argument. Like, so what? You're never supposed to criticize anyone who is more popular than you. This is just such a bad argument. They use it time and time again. And I don't know why their audience doesn't call them out on this. Like, no, like, we're criticizing you because you have a lot of bad ideas and you also are hypocritical in a lot of ways, not because you're more popular than me. This just reminds me of when I was in middle school and like those popular girls would be like, well, I'm just cooler than you. Like, okay, like who gives a shit?
About we make so much money, we're getting all these views, these guys are clout chasing. Bruv, when I came on your podcast was far smaller. I didn't care that you guys were a smaller podcast. I was like, cool. You guys seem to do some kind of interesting content. I'll just jump on. I'm not the type of nigga who looks at people and judges their value or their perception of me based off of how many followers they have or how many.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for Ab and Preach for saying this, and it seems like they really mean this because it's exactly the way I operate. Like, yeah, of course I do take someone's popularity into account, but I've done collaborations with people who have literally like 50 subscribers. I don't care if I feel like they have a lot of value to bring. Right, I will do a collaboration with them. I'll give them a platform. So yeah, again, like this is how a good YouTuber should operate. Yes, you of course need to take analytics into account, but you shouldn't just do things based on popularity and just which I think is basically what Fresh and Fit does, honestly.
Views they get. We cover people who are far larger than us and who have way bigger platforms, and we cover people with 100 subscribers. We don't come at people based off of the size of the following they have. We talk about ideas. If you think back about the video, when we said all that stuff about boxing this, it was on the topics. We didn't talk about Fresh's past. We didn't talk about him faking press releases. We didn't talk about you paying for box. We didn't talk about none of that shit. You guys are getting so hyper emotional about this thing. It's funny to me. For so-called alpha males, you guys don't seem to have any control over your temper.
This is a very good point because a key part of being an alpha male is having full emotional mastery. You don't let your emotions control you. And honestly, this is an area that Myron isn't even close to mastering. Like his emotions completely dictate his behavior. He has no control over his emotions, over his feelings, which again is not a sign of an alpha male.
Channel's better than yours. Right. We get more views than you. We've been on less than you. We work harder than y'all niggas. We cut our hair more than you.
We cut our hair more than you. Oh, okay. You cut your hair more than me. Because that makes you in the right here.
Niggas, like, yo, if y'all want to roast,
we get more girls than y'all niggas.
More girls than y'all niggas.
Free.
Like, if y'all really want to do this nigga Preach is married prior to a fucking beluga whale somewhere. And y'all niggas talking shit.
And how old these niggas are? 40 years old? Yo, old ass niggas too, bro. Like, yo, bruh.
I wasn't gonna do this.
Wait, the hand symbol?
Yo, I was not gonna fucking do this.
The international.
But y'all got me hyped now. Yo.
I just think this is a really bad look for Fresh and Fit. Like, I think right now they're losing clearly because they're just, again, they're resorting to ad hominem attacks. They're not attacking the argument. They're attacking the person, which ironically is exactly what the feminists, feminazis do. So when I had my whole Ask Nelly fiasco, all her supporters, they didn't say, hey, Alex, listen, I didn't like what you said in this argument. You're wrong. They were like, you're ugly. You're smelly. You have a small dick. Your girlfriend is ugly, blah, blah, blah. It's just all ad hominem attacks. And I just find it very ironic. That's literally what Fresh and Fit is doing whenever they get attacked or called out and shit.
I know you guys are not talking, bro. My man Abba looks like he got off a camel, hasn't cut his hair in years. Dusty as fuck.
Yo, bruh.
And this is Sudani roasting on you right now, bro. You Somalian? Yo.
I was like, yo, what anime you came from, bro? Now,
Yo.
nigga looking bummy as hell, bro. And mind you, right? I ain't look on a nigga, because obviously, I'm saying that's his style. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
We're better than you niggas. We make more money than you niggas. We got a better fucking channel than y'all niggas. We get more views than y'all niggas. The only thing you guys got on us is you guys been on longer.
Yeah, I think a lot of people lost respect for them when they're that, because it's just so fucking out, just so tacky. He's like, oh, I'm so much cooler than you. I'm so much more awesome than you. Like, oh, you got a bigger dick than you. And just like people are like, come on, dude. Like, really? That's your only argument is I'm cooler than you.
But I guarantee you, next year, this time, we're gonna lap you motherfuckers. Because you know what? Nobody works harder than us.
And that's actually true. They work really fucking hard, and I've always given them credit for that. But again, that's literally the only logical point they made so far. Everything else has been a personal ad hominem attack, and that's not really based in truth at all.
Period.
We make more money.
And that's the worst part is that I love to see a black man get paid. Get your money. Get your money. If your views are stupid, your views are stupid. But if you're getting paid, get your money.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm here for.
There's not a single person that could ever say that we've ever feigned jealousy or gotten mad about other people succeeding. We move at our own pace. Yeah, we've been on the platform longer than you. Congratulations. To me, it's not even that deep. You guys are doing well for yourselves. Good for you.
It's crazy.
I ain't never been mad at a nigga making money. This is about the idea. So all this talk about clout and all this, you guys have lived in Miami so long and you've been faking your lifestyles for so long that you think everybody is chasing clout.
That's very true, and I agree with this argument. I do think that they've just let Miami warp their minds, and they do think that everything is about clout. No, not everyone is purely based on clout. That's not how everyone operates.
That everybody wants to be with an Instagram baddie. Your whole platform is based around clout chasers, so that's why your mind is warped. Miami's fucked up. That's why the girls you bring on, everyone's like, yo, who are these dumb broads that you bring on? Right? Because they're all clout chasers. So you guys' mind.
I mean, that's very true. Like, mainly the kind of chicks that are going to want to go on the Fresh and Fit podcast at this point are the girls who want the tack. They want the clout. It's not going to be a chick who's like, you know what? I want to have an intellectual, logical debate. No, because all she has to do is watch the past episodes, right? So again, it's all clout chasers at this point, and that's why usually clout chasers are not going to be really as intellectual and as smart. You know, not all of them, but most of them. So you're not going to have really good, rational debates, and you're just going to have a bunch of Jerry Springer type of shit. And again, that's not to say that it's only Miami. Like, I live in Miami too. I live literally down the street from these guys. I meet cool people, who are not just chasing clout, right? But again, I operate in a different way. I surround myself in a different circle.
Said is all warped and shit. It's not like that everywhere around the world. Not everyone is about clout. If we were about clout, do you think we'd be covering things like this pandemic and all these other issues that fucking derank our YouTube channel? It's not about clout. At the end of the day, it's always about integrity. That's it. For us, it's about integrity. Whether we win or we lose money.
Y'all dumbass niggas with the same tired background, same fucking million plaque. We got $200,000 plaques now. And we're going to get 1 million plaque. And we're going to get the other channel another million as well. And Fresh's channel going to hit 100,000.
That's like his defense. My channel's going to be so much bigger than yours. I'm going to get, more popular. Okay, cool argument, bro.
Facts.
We are better than you niggas. Period. Fuck out of here, man.
And we don't pay for box.
These are the kind of what it's like? I love it that these guys call themselves alpha and all this other stuff. It makes me laugh because they got such bitch energy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like when you're talking to a girl about a topic. You guys seen this before. You're talking to your girl about a topic and you guys having a discussion and she's losing the argument. All of a sudden she starts bringing up, your dick is small. What does that have to do with economics? It's like, they do the same thing. I find it so funny that these guys think they're alpha and 1% men and all this other stuff, right? They lack integrity. They get upset at the most random stuff. When I was on the podcast and they kicked out that girl, one of the girls beside me was like, yo, you're being emotional. He's like, no, I'm not being emotional. I was like, bro, why are you screaming like this? No wonder these girls come on your podcast and don't respect you. You don't command respect. You just yell and get them kicked out. You think that's alpha behavior?
Very good point. That is not alpha behavior. An alpha is not super prickly and gets upset at everything. An alpha can let things roll off his shoulder. He commands presence. He doesn't need to directly demand respect. He gets respect just by being himself and the way he carries himself. So that's a very fair and true argument.
The idea that you can't even get respect from these ladies is an indication of the fact that you don't know what you're doing. It's hyper emotional. You're just screaming and getting mad. I'm laughing at this because it's pathetic. I don't know what's wrong. But every episode I see you just screaming, getting mad, screaming at ladies, railroading like women who aren't prepared with all these stats and numbers that These ladies are like, yo, you want to come on a podcast? I'm like, sure. Turns out that 8% of all men. Well, how does that have weight at?
Yeah, that's also a good point, and it's important to point out that basically whenever a girl goes on the Fresh and Fit podcast, they take away their cell phones. While Fresh and Fit, they have internet access. So basically, they hit the girls with statistics, and the girls can't fact check them live on air. So they're at a huge disadvantage right in itself. In addition, they only tell them the topics that are going to be discussed. Right, so basically what happens is that, Myron is prepared, he's got a little notepad, he's got all his arguments, and the girl has no idea. So basically stack all the odds in their favor before the debate even begins.
Have a discussion. Just chill, nigga. It's not that deep.
I'm like, yo, real ass niggas don't pay for box.
Yo, here's the other thing too.
These guys say real ass niggas don't pay the box. One's on seeking arrangements. The other one,
He's lying about having 3 girls at one time. Shut the fuck.
The other one,
Shut the fuck up.
You know what kills me?
So the story that Preach is referring to is basically, and this one got Fresh Prince CEO just laughed off by his fans, was he said that he was at a party and he ran into some famous NBA player whose name he can't disclose for privacy reasons, and the NBA player came up to him and was like, hey man, do you know where the parties are? And then within a minute they realized they banged the same girls, and then the NBA player who came up to him asking about the party actually wound up inviting Fresh to a party where he hooked up with 3 girls in one night. And it's like the most ridiculous story ever that very clearly did not happen. Like all their fans were like, dude, like just stop. You're lying right now out of your ass.
About Fresh, like if you listen to him, you know he has no game. It's painfully obvious that this man, like even when you go watch.
And I will agree with that. And again, I don't like shitting on people, as people. I like to focus on arguments, but it's painfully obvious that Fresh really doesn't have much game.
The vlogs that he does, he's like, he has this whole thing, don't lead with money. And like in a bunch of his videos, he's like, hey girl, I'm gonna shower you with gifts. Come on, we're gonna go shop for Lambos and Ferraris. I'm like, bruv, if it wasn't for your clout, you wouldn't be out here getting anything. Let's be real. So I find it so funny. It's like talking about paying for box. You wanna know why this nigga doesn't want to pay for box?
So anyway, this response video goes on like that. So again, let's look at the chronology of events so far. Abbott and Preach makes a video basically refuting some of the arguments that were discussed 3 months ago. Fresh and Fit goes over the top and makes things personal. Then Abbott and Preach does this response video. So here is things get even more interesting. So then here's another from another podcast, or maybe it was the same one, different night. But anyway, so.
Next week. Let's do it, nigga. Let's box. Yo, let's do it. Let's do it, bro. Yo. I'm willing to pull up 500K. What? 500K.
Do you see the look on Myron's face when Fresh says, I'm going to put up 500K? He's like, dude, you do realize you're fat, right? Like, you're not going to win. So basically what happens is Fresh challenges Abbott and Preach to a boxing match, which I always thought was pretty fucking dumb, like all this whole YouTube boxing match thing. But whatever, he fucking did. He challenged him. And then this is what happens.
Facts. We gave our L's and our W's, right? So real talk, man. We put out an invite. If y'all want to talk shit, come back in the studio. We'll talk about it. Or we could box about it too. Because I'm in the gym now. You feel me? I'm feeling nice right now. I'm wired right now, bro.
Dude, if you're in the gym now, then I think I don't know what you're doing in the gym, but yeah.
Wants to box or Preach, bro.
That's what's that box up, bro. So you know what? Come back to Miami. Let's box it out. Talk it out too. How about that?
In 3 months, though. No, but like real talk, man. Like if we're gonna have this discussion, we're harder than you niggas, straight up, and we work harder than you guys. We put out all different types of content. Yep. We ain't just out here reacting. Man, look, the fuck out of here, bro.
Stop.
Yo, we're not.
And later on in the video, you're saying that you want to box with me. Sort of happened that I'm going to be in the U.S. next week. You want to fucking do this shit? Let's go. Both of you. I'll be in the U.S. next fucking week.
Hold up.
Let's go. We'll put gloves on. Because not only this, that's why I have a problem. Now you talk shit about my wife.
This nigga Preach is married prior to a fucking beluga whale somewhere. And y'all niggas talking shit.
And you talk shit about my country. Old bitch said that he was about to send me on a boat to my country, to Haiti. Yeah? Cool. Next week, I'll be in the States. I'll drop by your fucking studios. You know where it is? Give me the address. I'll be right there. Don't come unprepared. We'll do it. You want to do this? Let's go. Whoop.
So basically what happens is Abbott and Preach himself specifically accepts the boxing challenge that Fresh and Fit made, specifically Fresh Prince CEO. And Myron then jumped on it and said they extended the challenge. Abbott and Preach accepts. And here what happens is just fucking mind-blowing. So they accept, And then Fresh and Fit does this. And this is all gone. Fortunately, I was able to screenshot this a few days ago, so it's all here. So once the Abba and Preach accepts, Fresh and Fit does this. We apologize to our supporters. From this point forward, we are not going to engage in beef. We're here to help you guys navigate women, fitness, and finances, not drama. We're going to keep giving you guys the content you subscribe for. Dude, the reason half your audience subscribed for is the drama. We apologize for deviating, but we are back on track. Men already get attacked enough in the space, but we're not going to contribute to it. Best of luck to Abba and Preach in their future endeavors. So basically, challenge them to a boxing match. Abba and Preach accepts, and they completely back out. And their audience just fucking loses their shit. So I've never seen someone's audience just completely just do a 180 on their, on the people this fast. But anyway, so. And I didn't cherry pick these comments at all. These are literally in the order of most popular. Translation, after researching Preach's background, we decided that we don't want them hands. So basically, apparently, Preach, has some fighting experience or some background, something like that. I've never seen a fan base hold someone's feet to the flames like this. Fresh and Fit was extremely out of pocket for what happened. We're seeing some holes in your logic if you're turning this fight down. High Valley man, don't duck face after the ones who talk shit. Imagine challenging someone to a boxing match and they accept not only fight one, but two people back to back. If Fresh and Fit back out, they should have their balls put in a jar. Can't trust a man who backs out of a fight. Mine always talking about a woman and their feelings, and here we are, LOL. Look like people have spoken. This isn't going away. The Fresh and Fit brand hangs in the balance. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely, which I agree with. You need a high level of self-awareness if you're going to make it long term. He always threatens people to a fight, but when it's accepted, he backs down. Nah. Don't come back over here apologizing. We ain't saving you. Stand on what you said, 10 toes. How are you going to have females on their show after this one? Everyone knows that one of those goofy females is going to bring this shit up on a podcast and all hell will break loose. I know I'm just one man, but if the fight doesn't happen at this point, I'm unsubscribing. Can't insult another man's wife, especially when she had nothing to do with the beef. Challenge that man to a boxing match, then back out. These boys are lame, lol yapping, then pulling, let's not engage in this behavior card. The irony, imagine having a whole channel telling the world how alpha you are, and then after dissing a man in his country, he calls you out, and then you cover behind your channel. You can't make this up. So basically, the Fresh and Fit audience just fucking lost it on them. They lost 20,000 subscribers in, I think, like less than 24 hours, which was, it might be a new world record here. I don't know if that's ever happened. So here we are with that. And then moving forward, this is the response from Abba and Preach. So let's jump into this.
Today's topic, the boys over at Fresh and Fit decided to stop screaming. Period. And posted something on their community page as an apology. Fresh and Fit, we apologize to our supporters. From this point forward, we are not going to engage in any beef. We are here to help you guys.
Just fast forward through this.
They apologize to their supporters. He didn't apologize to me or my wife or my country.
Later that same evening.
Real quick, guys, okay? Because I know this is probably on everyone's minds. We already got 6,000 plus live viewers. So thank you so much for coming in.
Only been 4 minutes.
Yeah, seriously, within 4 minutes. So guys, we'll go talk about this real fast. On this podcast, we talk about accountability, okay?
Yeah.
And we are not above taking accountability. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, we made a mistake, okay? It is not cool to insult a man's country and or wife live on air. We should have kept the disagreement on the topic and not the people.
Yep.
Okay? Smart people discuss ideas, stupid people discuss people. And we made a mistake, all right? So with that said,
So what does that say about you? You said smart people discuss ideas, stupid people discuss people. Literally every time you get called out on something, you just attack the person, talk about how much more popular they are. You never actually defend the idea. So come on.
we apologize, okay, for talking about his wife, his country, and making ad hominem attacks on them. They're fellow YouTubers. If we have disagreements, we're going to have disagreements, but the way we went about it was not right, okay?
Yeah.
So we got to hold ourselves accountable as well. And from this point forward, we're bearing the hatchet. We wish the best to Abba and Preach.
Yeah, the best, man.
We're going to keep making content, giving you guys what you want, and we're going to stay away from the drama.
That being said, the boxing, you got our number. Hit us up on the side. You know where we're at. We're in Miami, so let's do it.
Yeah.
You didn't even do that. You proposed a fight, talked shit. Then when the person accepted, you're like, I'll bring $500,000. I offered you $20,000 to just show up. Win or lose, you were going to get paid. Hand you the check beforehand. And you still cowered out talking about, no, we need to get promoters and all. These guys think everything is about money.
This ain't about money.
And I'm going to say this to you guys. I don't play with violence. That's why you've never heard me and Preach come on here and say we would fight some people. You've never heard me and Preach go here, we would start some stuff.
So, yeah, and this is my thought process exactly. I also never play with violence. You never see me on this channel saying, oh, I'm going to fight this person, I'm going to beat up that person. That shit is super fucking lame. Fighting is also very serious. You know, people die from that all the time. You know, you just punch someone the wrong way, they go down, hit their head, they're dead. You're facing half your lifetime in jail. That shit is not a joke, and I don't think it's cool to, fucking threaten people or joke around with violence either. So I'm definitely in agreement with them so far about this.
Because where we come from, we understand that's a real thing. You don't play with violence. You don't threaten violence. You don't encourage it. It's not something you take willy-nilly. Because do it with the wrong people, and you'll get called for it. Y'all were the ones talking crazy about, I'll box any of these guys. I'll do it. And I'll beat both y'all niggas up too. If we really want to talk about that. You guys want to fucking box? I'll box both you motherfuckers too. Fuck out of here, man. You guys were the one talking crazy. And that's how I know you guys are soft. You talked all that craziness trying to act out. Oh, hold me back. Nobody's holding you back. Preach said he would take both of you guys because he feels some type of way. And you still got nothing to say.
Hey, and Preach, I guarantee your wife is probably ugly. I said it.
Yo,
and you gave her a ring pop and you licked her at your fucking wedding.
We should fly her up, bro.
Weirdo.
I just want to point out, look how much their tune changed in literally like less than 24 hours. They're making very strong ad hominem attacks about their wives and shit, and then they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, we misbehaved, which really makes me think that their apology is not really genuine at all. I think what happened is they got called out hard by their audience, and they decided to do a 180 and backtrack instead of owning it.
Yo, we should fly her up.
Guaranteed. Flew out.
This actually really reminds me of the whole RZ Julian CNN saga, where he basically, he just got called out. Instead of owning it, he was like, well, we actually teach men how to have better relationship with women. Like, come on, man. Like, you got to own this shit.
Guess the bride. This dumbass nigga. I love you. I love you. You're making them dumbass faces. We fucking help guys make money. We help guys get in shape. We help men improve. What the fuck are you dumbass niggas doing behind your shitty ass road shotgun mic?
Yo, chat. Put a one in the chat if you agree with us.
Yo, real talk, man. Y'all niggas, I could tell you niggas stink from the fucking video I'm watching right now. Y'all be sweating in the fucking studio. And y'all standing mad awkwardly close to each other, talking to that shitty ass mic. Hey, what you take on this Preach? I don't know. The fuck, man?
You got one.
Nigga sound like Clifford, bro.
Can I just quickly point out how fucking bored the girls look right now?
Yeah, one in the chats.
Oh, God.
Y'all don't want it with us. We will roast you guys.
Yo, shout out to the Fresh Fit fam, by the way.
You guys are not as charismatic as us.
Yeah.
You guys repeated it multiple times when you thought you were on top, right? Because y'all got more views, right? So you better and all that stuff. When you got the more power, the perceived perception of that, you want to talk all crazy. And now all of a sudden, when you realize that power's not there, now you want to act a little bit humbled.
It's too late now.
You want to see someone's character, give them power, and then watch how they...
I think this is very true, exactly. I don't think this is a genuine apology at all. I could be wrong about this, and let me know in the comments if you guys think this was a genuine apology. I think what happened here is very clear, because it was just too much of 180. They got called out hard by their audience. Like, if you go and watch their videos now, like every video they're being called out in, and they were like, oh shit, okay, clearly being an internet tough guy is not really working well. We got to do a 180 and actually be a little humble. That's the only way we're going to basically, get in the good graces of our fans again. So yeah, I'm not buying this apology at all.
treat the less fortunate, and you go understand how they move. Y'all never see me talk to somebody with low subscribers like they're trash or they're riffraff. Never. I've never done that. I do IG lives every day. Every day people show up, and I have long conversations. I don't care, because it's not about that. But these guys, you see what they're about. And now they want to charge $2,000 for courses, meet and greets, all this other nonsense while they're lying and faking their whole lifestyle. Nah, I got people in my DMs, other creators that maybe we handle this behind. Why would I handle it behind the scenes? You think I want to have a one-on-one conversation with somebody who doesn't believe in the things that they're saying?
You were loud about it. Why do I have to be private? You were loud about this, all of this. You were loud about me. You were loud about my wife. You were loud about my country. You were loud about boxing. I didn't bring this. You did. You were loud about it.
You handle it in public?
Why would I do it in private?
There you
Why?
go. There you go.
Brought that.
There you go.
You brought, when you open your mouth.
Go ahead.
When you open your mouth, there's consequence to the open your mouth like that. That's what real men do. What did you say? You said I was 40? Exactly. Back in my day, you could open with that. You could open your mouth like that and say stuff like that to people because it might happen. You can't do that. In prison, you can't talk shit like that. If you talk shit about the guard, they're going to ask you to do something about it. Now you were extra loud. Extra loud. You want to talk loud and be extra, extra? Be real about it. There's always going to be a motherfucker that's going to be realer than you. Always. Know that. You want to do this? I was right here. I'm still here.
You know what they said?
Oh, I'm going to be here.
You know what they said? They said, why would we do a 2 versus 1? That doesn't make sense.
No, I'm going to take one bitch and the other bitch. You guys are 2 bitches. Twin sisters. That's your new name. Not fresh and fit. Twin sisters. Let's go.
These guys changed their tune once they saw subscribers going down. That's how you know they lack principle. They're so caught up in numbers. They changed what they said. They deleted their videos. They deleted everything, right? Just because they lost subscribers. You want to stand behind a man?
You want to call us out?
Yeah, so that's very true. They've literally deleted every single one of the videos, every single one of the comments. It's all fucking gone. So fortunately, I was able to screenshot some of this. So then, just when you think this whole saga just can't get any worse, this happens.
All right, guys, I'm here with my boy Peter helping me with my first guns. Shout out to you, man.
So Fresh and Fresh Prince CEO goes to a gun store and buys the first gun of his life. Now, we could give him the benefit of the doubt and say this is an extreme coincidence, but I don't think so. I mean, like, to me, this whole thing is just so outrageous. He challenges them to a boxing match. And again, I'm not a fan of these boxing matches. I've never challenged anyone to them. I challenge people to debates, not boxing matches. But okay, you know, that's his thing. Fresh challenged him to a boxing match. This guy accepts, and then Fresh just completely backtracks, and then the next day goes to a gun store and buys a gun. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? All right, hopefully you guys found this whole saga entertaining. Rhaegar certainly did. And again, let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this, whether you thought the apology was legit, whether you think I'm being a little too hard on Fresh and Fit. Personally, I think I'm being actually not hard enough. But anyway, let me know in the comments. Show us some love by smashing the like button, hitting subscribe, and clicking the bell for notification. Seriously, guys, just subscribe to the channel below. We're going to get back to making value videos where the goal is to help you guys have the best possible sex and dating life. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.